Alrighty, I can see our stuff is running a little bit low because we're doing a back-to-back filming session.
The flattery going bad.
See, in this thing it says there, red.
Okay, that thing as well. Okay, yeah.
The gimbal. No, so we just finished an episode speaking about choice. If you haven't seen it, maybe click in pop-up banner. I don't know where it is yet.
Yeah.
One of those ones. Or just wait till the end of the video. I'll try and see if I can link it across. Maybe not. Just look at our channel, the one before this one.
Yeah.
Episode probably 8, I think.
I think you're right, yeah.
We're nearing the 10th episode. We might have to bring a guest on for the 10th one.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, so we're bringing Donald Trump.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's invite him in. Hey, Uncle D, come visit.
Yeah. Maybe we should do something like that where we actually play on it. We'll say, we're bringing in Donald. Something like that. A big figure, and we'll just say their first name and then make a silhouette of them. Ooh, who is it? And then it's not Donald Trump, it's just Donald, our friend Donald.
Yes. Yeah, and also not Donald Duck.
Yeah. So we ended the last episode just asking for some feedback. Obviously I haven't posted it yet. We're filming on the same day, so I'll edit and post it and see. I think we stuck to the topic quite well.
We did.
And we just said choose a little bit too much.
Probably. More than likely.
Yeah. But I mean, it's literally what it is. It's choice.
It's choice.
Yeah. You can't really explain more about choice than giving examples of choice and just maybe putting things into perspective about how choosing leads you down certain paths. So, in it, we chose to get a little bit sidetracked and talk about the weekend. So, yes, today is Sunday the 14th, and yesterday was Saturday the 13th, and I was invited for a 30th birthday party of an international school.
That's right, yeah.
Here in South Africa. And
how did it go?
It was very, very nice.
Okay.
I've not been involved in something like this before. So it also goes back to choice. We went back in the beginning of the year, and I started with this modeling thing, and I started to get involved and offer my help wherever I can. And slowly but surely just grown into joining this lady who's running Ace Models and Quintrell Group. And one of our pitch evenings, I was invited as a +1 to come and watch the pitches and be an assistant there, or like assist the lady through her thing. And while I was there, a few people asked me, what am I getting up to? What am I doing there? And we've got an idea of something that we wanted to pitch and put together. And they really loved the idea called the Gentleman's Code.
Yep.
So hopefully I can pop up a QR code or give a link to an Instagram or something. Maybe not now, maybe in future. We're still finalizing some details around it. But literally what we are doing here, where we are speaking about boys to men and how to grow and choosing to be a man.
Sure.
Literally so the transition, especially for guys out there who don't have father figures. I think that is where our market lies. And when I say where our market lies, I don't mean like I'm trying to make money off of this. What I mean by that is it's the people we are trying to target.
Yeah, the influence that we'd like to bring into play, and how changing the way boys or young men are looking at life and taking up, or not even understanding that they need to take up that responsibility. You've been gifted that as that's who you are, and stepping into the fullness of that is where you get real fulfillment and enrichment in life, because you're doing who you're made to be, you know?
Yeah. So, we've got that being set up, and from that on the one evening, the lady who set up that whole pitch thing, she said to me she'd love for us to come around again and get some more ideas and some more pitches, because the message is good. It's a good message, and I think it's very necessary, especially with the way fathers are backing down from their responsibilities.
Sure.
I think it's a massive, massive thing, especially in South Africa. I mean, I go around on a daily basis and I chat with people and I talk about parents and the fathers in our lives. When we gym together at gym, there's people that come to us and they say, I wish I had that relationship with my dad. It's so prevalent, guys. It's so prevalent.
Sure.
But they asked us to come through, and I was brought as another +1 for this event. There was obviously a lot. Events never go the way that they should, at least from my experience.
For sure.
From the back offices of things, it's never straightforward and follows a certain set out roles. But anyway, the point was we went there to go and give this pitch about the whole group, the Quintrell group. And if you want to learn more about it, I'll give you a quick brief. It's about etiquette, poise, posture, how you conduct yourself, how you control a room, how you control yourself, all this type of thing. There's a lady who runs it. Her name is Lisa Robertson. She's very well versed in the skills of teaching confidence, and she adapts her syllabus around you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, she's brilliant at what she does. The change in my life has been amazing since I joined January this year. And it's not only down to her, but she has had a very good, big role to play.
Yeah. It's true what you say. And a lot of companies, a lot of people don't understand there are a lot of gaps in where they're operating in their businesses that they are managing or are handling or even own. And oftentimes they lose business or they lose clients or something happens and they're not quite sure what it is, what caused that, which is what's nice about what Lisa does and the Quintrell group is they come in, they analyze, they observe, they do a bit of research, and then they give you training based on what has been observed and seen.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this all unique is how she goes about it, how she interacts with the management, how she interacts with the staff, teaches them standard basics of excellence and etiquette, business communication skills, all those kind of things that are so important for business at large. And she could even go as far, and well, not could, she has gone and will be going into large corporate companies. So it could be legal firms that you're going to, it could be accounting firms you're going to, hotel groups, hotel chains, all those kind of things is where she comes in and helps uplift and improve the skill set of the staff for the basic skills that are oftentimes overlooked or people don't even know better.
Yeah. So to give you a little bit of an example of what she's been involved in and what she does, let's look at some real life examples. Let's think about, I don't know where you guys are watching from, but in South Africa specifically, we can give you an idea. If you go to a Wimpy, very well-known franchise for being like very budget cut, very like bottom of the range, good quality type, almost, I think is the best way to say. You would, when you go there, you know you're not going to be treated like a king or a queen. You're going there for your kids to go have fun in a little play area and keep themselves busy, and you're going to get something budget, cheap, looked after in price.
That's right,
range,
yes.
I guess. I don't know if I'm waffling here, but anyway, the point is, when you go to a Wimpy and you compare that to going to a Michelin star restaurant, you expect a different level of being treated well and being treated in a certain way. So with that being said, what Lisa does is her role, it's not in restaurants anymore. She did try to get in there, but it's to train the staff to look after you. So that when you know, okay, when I go to a Tasha's or to a Cream or whatever a very fancy restaurant is where they treat you very well, you know when I go there, I'm going to be treated a certain way and a certain standard at a certain level. That is what Lisa does. She does all the training for that, and she even styles them for their outfits and how to look and fit the brand.
Yeah, she helps elevate the levels in such a way that it vastly improves your customer experience that you as a customer will enjoy when you go to a situation like that or a setup like that.
Yeah. Promoting excellence.
You were talking a little bit earlier about the gentleman's code and the father sons and how many fathers are absent, stuff like that. And today when we went for coffee, I was just having a conversation with this gentleman that was next to me, and he was just saying how he was watching me and you and Rourke, and he says he spent about half an hour just emotional, and oftentimes he was crying in that because he saw how close we actually are, and he wishes he had that with his own biological son, and his own biological son doesn't live very far from here, but it's just he says he's seen him three years ago, and he lives literally down the road, in a sense, for him. And it's so important. One of the things that I've always tried to work on is to ensure that I'm very present in both your boys' lives as much as I could be. Not always getting it right, obviously. However, I think one of the big things is my choice is always to be there for you as much as I could be, for both of you. And I'd like to encourage fathers that are out there that don't really spend much time with their kids to make time to be with your kids, to spend time with them, to let them know that you love them and you care for them, and choose them above all else, because family will always be there, and it's how you treat them is how you should be treated in return. So
yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
I really felt for him today when he mentioned that to me. It's you can see that pain. Sadness and the pain in the eyes. It's incredible.
I think, guys, if I can add anything from a son's perspective, is boyfriend ends in end, friend ends in end, girlfriend ends in end, family ends in ILY. I love you, and that will always be. At the end of the day, family will always love you, no matter what. And I say no matter what. There's been stories I've heard of families literally being broken and split apart, and they still, at the end of the day, are able to grow back. And I don't think you get to go back to the same level as what you've had before. And I've experienced it in my own life. I've got not got the strongest relationship with my mother. It's due to stuff that's happened, not the place all the time to talk about it, but just to explain, like,
shame out.
Family, you can't get rid of it. You get to choose your friends, you don't get to choose your family.
Yep.
So you've got to make the best of what you've got with your family, because at the end of the day, no matter what, they will be the ones that are standing there, and it will not end. It will not come to an end.
Certainly.
So that's why marriage specifically is such a big thing as well, especially for me, because that's then going from an end to an I love you, which, it's. I love you is
I like
present.
that analogy. Yeah. Very, very, very
I love
good.
you is present and continuous. It's saying it's I love you, not I loved you. It's I love you. I continually choose to do it. And love is also a choice. So again, this leads back to our previous episode about choice. So if you haven't watched it, go back and check it.
Yeah, please.
But to add to from a son's perspective, guys, something I've learned recently is parents, they don't have a guidebook. There's no rule set. There's no script that says, okay, at age 5, you've got to do this. At age 10, you've got to do this. At age 3 months, you've got to do this. There's nothing that's prescribed to have the perfect child. Think about, I can think about so many people where the parents have been perfect and the children have still turned out wrong.
Sure.
And what I mean by wrong is, like, it's not how you would perceive a perfect family to turn out and a perfect child to turn out. So it's very difficult, guys. It's very difficult. I understand parents' hearts. They just want the best for their children, and they're doing the best that they can. And at the end of the day, if your parent was crap to you and you're just slightly less crap, you're doing a better job than what you've been.
For sure.
The example that has been laid before you. So
for sure.
If I can give any perspective from what I've learned, parents are just doing their best. They've got no guidebook. They've got no rule book to follow. They've got
nothing.
There's nothing to strive for and aim for. They're doing the best of what they've seen, what they've done. And you've got to remember they're humans too. At the end of the day, you might have had a really crappy day at work and you come home and your children are very excited to see you and they run to you at the door and you're just like, I just need space. And as a child, you see this as, my father doesn't accept me. And that sticks to you forever. And it's just the one day or maybe a week when it's just bad. Like last week, we said this last week has been a heavy week. If I had a child in my life this week, I don't know how I would have given them more of myself and loved more. It would have been one of those weeks where it would have been like, I'm still there, I'm still present, but it just would have been tougher. It would have been a little bit more shallow, I guess, so to speak. But guys, if your parents aren't close to you and there's a lot of hurt that's there, it's never too far gone for reconciliation and rebuilding.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all round, the big thing is understanding where everybody's coming from. Or I wouldn't say the big thing, but a big thing for me is understanding where everybody's coming from. There were times when you boys were growing up and I did come home from a very, very hard day at work, and all I needed was a small calm me down or cool down just to settle. And you walk into the house, and if your partner doesn't really say, listen, when dad gets home, just give him 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But you as a father also, don't walk in and say, I need my time. Greet your family. They're your family. Love them, care for them, show them you care, show them, and then take your few minutes afterwards. But give them that love, show them. You're so happy.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Sure.
So, yeah, first thing first is your wife, your partner, needs to understand that there needs to be a bit of a chance to just resettle. But at the same time, from the husband's side, there also needs to be that of, okay, I've come home. She's been at home with him the whole day.
Correct.
So now you come home and she's like, thank goodness you're here. Can you please give this child a hiding? And you're like, I just want to settle for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of learning, a lot of learning. And I don't know. There's no guideline for it, guys.
Nothing at all.
It's just you've got to, you've just got to be and figure each other out. And that's why boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, end, it all comes to an end. But family, you've got to choose to, I love you.
Yep.
And I stick by it. That'll be the heading of today's. It won't be a quote. We normally do a daily quote. I will just say boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, I love you, and I'll underline ILY at the end as well. You'll see what it looks like. It'll be there.
Be nice.
Maybe I'll even put it in here while we talk. I'll just put it over just so you can see. But
nice.
Yeah, I think, guys, it's very important to have perspective and to understand we are humans. We're not perfect. So even me, I hope that when I have my own children and I help them grow up, that I do the best that I can. And I hope that they see that I've never done it and I will never do anything with the intent of hurting and breaking them, because that's never a father's or mother's heart, is to break someone. Of course, there are people out there that are exceptions, that are psychopaths, and there are exceptions out there where the parents do have an actual mental problem.
Yep.
And that does happen. There are real and genuine mental issues that are out there. So if that is the case, there is an exception. But if your parents are more on the spectrum of being straight, I don't know, if they are normal, then they're doing their best. And the best might look different to your best.
Certainly. And they'll make mistakes. You'll make mistakes. Yes. Everybody always makes mistakes.
That's it.
And we need to extend grace. We need to extend acceptance and mercy. And extend all that at all times. And guess what? Things will go well.
Yeah.
Things will go well.
Yeah. So to give you guys very practical examples, there was a time when I was learning to become my own man and I was challenging authority. And lots of times we were butting heads. And if you told me in that time that this is what we'd be doing now, I would not believe you for a second. I would not believe you that I would have a relationship with my dad. I'd be gymming with my dad, because at that time you wanted to get me into gym, and I did not want to spend a second with him. If they said, my mother said I must go spend time with my dad on the weekend, or my dad asked me if I should go spend time with him, I would make up any excuse I could to stay away from him, because we were just butting heads every night. And there'd be so many times I'd be kept up late and we'd be having lectures and chats and sessions where we were just butting heads constantly. It just happens. That's just how life is.
It is.
You got to grow up and grow with each other. And growing up, I've had the chance, and I've had the privilege of having parents that have been very open with me and understanding things. And I think it's another thing you can actually add to the list of things that fathers need to do, is to be open. If you can't create an environment where being open, especially if you have a daughter, you've got to be open. And you can't keep secrets too much, because at the end of the day, when it comes out, it hurts more.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, the point is we were butting heads a lot, and I would turn to my mother a lot, and she would give me a lot of more perspective, and then I would hear from him. And anyway, the whole point is understanding and coming at it with a level of, now I understand. I was butting heads with him while I was going through a tough time. You didn't know how to handle it because this is the first time he's going through it. And then secondly, and on top of that, things were very unstable in the family relationship as it was then. And the partner did not play the role properly, my mother. And that's no fault on her side either. She also doesn't know how to do it. She sees the pain and she wants to step in and she wants to end it because she's like, I don't want this to happen anymore. And that's actually where the growth is. Yeah, so it's tough, guys. It's really, really, really tough.
Yeah.
And I think, like we were saying, at the end of the day, it's family. You don't get to choose. You've got to stick it out, and you've got to choose to stick with it and choose that I love you. And
yeah, so critical. Yeah. Critical. In any marriage relationship, there's a choice that both parties should make. I'm 100% in, all in. Not 50-50, it's 100 and 100. And you choose to see the best in your partner because you chose that person. You choose to help that person as much as you can. You choose to be support to each other in absolutely every aspect of a marriage. There are T's and C's, whether you like it or not, there are T's and C's that are applicable. And if one party doesn't do that, it just makes a very unhappy and unpleasant life. Too much friction, and I want this, you don't give me that, and and you cannot be selfish in a marriage. It's give and give and give. That's it.
It's literally a biblical principle.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's it. I guess what a it
was a deep episode.
It was a deep one.
I think it's a good chat. I hope you guys got a lot of insight from it.
Yeah.
To give a quick summary, I think, guys, if you are a son and you've got a strained relationship with your father, if your father's in the picture, try to be understanding. You don't know how his life was.
Yeah.
And I can add to that even more and say, my grandfather, from my mother's side, no one knew how poor his relationship was and how his upbringing was until before he passed from cancer. He opened up to myself and my brother one evening, and even his wife didn't know the pain that had come from his upbringing, because men are taught to be quiet, to shut up, and to figure it out yourself. So if your father seems distant and cold and cut off, that might be because he's too scared to open up because of the hurt that's from his side, and he doesn't want to put that hurt on you. We've all got our different ways of handling things. It's worth the effort to try and reignite the relationship, because I mean, I can't imagine what my life would be like now without my dad. I know if I ever run into anything, my dad's going to be the first person that's going to stand at my back. First thing, lift me up. Second thing, try and fight with me. And when I mean fight with me, like not against me, with me against something. So, yeah, guys, from the son's perspective, try and have as much understanding as possible.
And ask your father, if you see something there, say, I'd love to know more. I'd love to know more. And the same thing from our side. As a father, there are often times you don't know, and you try and make choices, or not try, you make choices thinking it's the right thing, and oftentimes it is, sometimes it's not, and children are hardy.
Yeah,
we're hardy.
That's the other thing I was about to add. That's the other thing I was about to add. If you are a son and your father is making effort with you, please do not close off. Even if you've had an argument or a fight, please try your best to give him a chance. Try your best to see where he comes from. If you can try and find a middle ground and you can try and figure it out together, there's growth, there's building in that. You can't just close yourself off and be, this is it, that's done. There's no redemption, there's no growth. Imagine what the world would be like. Imagine you make one silly mistake let's say stealing something from a shop, or if the law was strict and littering was a death penalty, and you throw something in a dustbin and it falls on the side of the road, that is technically littering according to the law. If a police officer sees that and puts you in prison, there's no redemption from that. Imagine what life would be like.
Sure.
Imagine what life would be like.
That would be tragic.
Absolutely.
Tragic beyond.
Give him a chance.
Yeah.
If they, obviously within reason, there's always exceptions, guys. I'm going to just preface that there's always exceptions.
Yep.
But more often than not, if people are normal and there's no mental things that are issues, there will be space. And I can also just add
space for
reconciliation and regrowth, and
certainly,
love.
For sure.
Yeah. So this episode's a little bit longer. I can see we're already at 25 minutes, but I think it was important to chat
a
little bit longer and think a little bit about it. Guys. So from a son's perspective, just try put some effort in.
And from a father's perspective and a dad, you do the same. You try and you make effort.
Relationships.
Be the bigger man.
Yeah. Be the bigger man. You are the bigger man. Physically, mentally, you've had more life experience.
Fact.
You understand where you're coming from.
Fact.
I can't tell you, if I didn't have the chats that I've had and the growth that I've had with my father, I wouldn't be the man I am. I wouldn't have the perspective. I wouldn't have the patience. I wouldn't have the self-control that I've learned. And it's come through pain, of course. That's just how life is.
True.
You've got to learn things the hard way sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's again where some people would actually ruin relationships by trying to take away that pain. That's where growth is sometimes. So
certainly, yeah.
Yeah, I think let's not waffle too much on it.
Yes.
We've had to say what we've had to say.
This is us slicing out.
There you go.
Have a wonderful, wonderful day further. Ciao for now.
All the best. That was a good one. That was a very good one.